Next step is to add the woofers, the switches, the hinges, and any other things like feet. This should be nice and easy. So first of all, we got the woofers here. I know they're exactly the right size for what we need. So I'm just going to click on those and then just drag them over here. I'm going to place them inside. Now, at the moment it's gone behind, so I just need to do 2-finger click and click arrange and then bring it to the front. And now it will appear in the front like that. And you can see when I'm putting it in, it will even tell me with the pink line there where it's in the middle. So I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one here. Again, remember, 2-finger click, arrange, bring to front, drag that here, and let's place them right in the middle here. Okay, so that's one thing that we can do for this. In terms of making sure that they're centrally aligned, again, you can just use the align tool here. Just highlight all of those objects and align them into the middle here, like this. Okay, that will align it perfectly in the middle. Now I need to take my switch here. Just going to grab this, pull it over here. And I can drag my switch over here. Again, remember, right click, arrange, bring to front, and then I can put it in the middle here, and it will show me where the middle of that shape is as well with the pink lines. Perfect. And now if I need to think about is a door and where the hinges are going to go for my batteries. So if I'm going to have the door on the back, like I have in my design. So on my design, I have a door on the back, which is taking up the whole thing. I don't have to have it like that, but in this one, I'm going to do that. And I have a little door handle here too. So I need to measure that out and look at how big that is. And then add those things there. So my hinges, I can just drag this hinge here. Again, I'm going to need to do is 2-finger click and arrange and bring it to the front, and then that will allow me to put those hinges on here. So like this, I can use the magnifying glass to make sure that the line of the hinge should go exactly with the line of the piece of wood. And then I can actually do is just, I'm going to need 2 hinges, so I'm going to just copy this and then I'm going to paste it and then place it down exactly underneath here. Okay, so then that's that part done. I just need to put my handle on there. When I looked at my handle, I could see it is 1 centimeter circle. So to make a different size shape, I just click on the ellipse tool and I'm going to make it 10 mil by 10 mil. Press OK. And that's my little handle here. And then I'm going to put that here. So that is now my back done. If I wanted to, I was going to put feet on there. I know they're going to be on the bottom of my speaker. So, and looking at the measuring, the ones I want, they're 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. So I'm just going to go to the bottom part of my design here. And I'm going to draw the feet on here. I'm going to be here like this, and I'm going to type in 10 mil by 10 mil, and that's the size of my feet here. So now we've got them in place. Now I want one to be exactly in the same place but lined up here. So to do that, I'm going to do Command C and I'm going to Command Shift V, and that will copy and paste it in exactly the same place. Okay, now I'm going to select both of these and Command C, Command Shift V. This, I'm going to drag it along here. I'm actually using the arrow keys to help me do that. So now I've made the feet on the bottom. I need to have them represented on the front and the back. So first thing I need to think about how I'm going to line them up perfectly. And also, how am I going to make sure that they're represented correctly? So first thing I'm going to do, I need to make a rectangle here, but it's got to be perfectly in line with that feet here. So what I'm going to do, you see on the left hand side, you got a ruler. I'm going to click on that ruler. I'm going to drag out a grid line here, a guideline here, and my guideline is just there, and you can see it's blue. Okay, so I can see that now. I've got my guideline is perfectly in line with this one here, and I'm going to just drag out a second one like this, like that. Now I have two guidelines. Now when I draw out my rectangle, it's going to be the same size, right? So it's going to be 10 mil wide, but actually it's only 5 mil high. Press OK, and you see it will fit perfectly into that guideline. Now if I double click, make sure that the inside is white, and then the outside color is black. Okay, so that one's shown perfectly there. Now I need to do the same thing. Click on this one here, and I'm going to do the same thing, but do it here. So let's just do that right now. Just going to click here, drag that one here, and then I'm going to click and drag here. And I know the size of my feet is 10 by 5, so 10 mil by 5. Now I can just click on that, make sure it's white on the inside, and then it has a black outline. And now I can, when I just drag it now, it will just fit into that guideline perfectly. Okay, now how am I going to do that exactly in line with the back as well? Right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually highlight my bottom piece like this. Actually, I don't need the guides anymore, so I'm going to highlight the guides and press delete. Then I'm going to highlight my bottom piece like this, and I'm going to do Command C and then Command Shift V. That will place it in exactly the same place. And I'm going to just use the keyboard to move it to the side. I don't need a second bottom. I'm just going to use it to line up for the rear, the back. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make sure that this is grouped. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to click on my bottom piece and then click on the back piece, and I'm going to make sure that they are aligned. Okay, they're perfectly aligned. Now I'm just going to do here, I'm going to draw out the guides again. So I'm just going to go here, drag a guide here up into the edge of this foot here, and one here, like this. Now I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Click on the ruler, drag it out like that. So that's now perfectly in line. Now I can click here, and again I'm going to make my rectangles here. Let's just do 0 and black here. Okay, so again they are 10 by 5. Just going to click here. Now when I drag it in, it will snap to those guides like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing, copy and paste this and place it here. Okay, now that's done. I can now delete those guides by highlighting just the guides, pressing delete. And I've got now I've got the ones for the front and back. I need to put the feet on the sides. So how am I going to work that out? Well, so instead of deleting this bottom piece, I'm actually going to use it to help me make the side feet as well. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to turn it around by just moving to the corner and turning it 90 degrees like this. And I'm going to line it up so those two are on a line. So let's make sure those two are on line just by clicking on the right side and clicking on the bottom piece and clicking align here. Okay, and now these feet will go exactly in those places there. So what I'll do now is, again, I'm just going to click on the side, drag out, and make another set of guidelines here, 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 and here. So now again, the same size, so it's going to be 10mm wide and 5mm high, and make sure they have a white on the inside and black on the outside. Okay, and then I can just go here, drag these and put them on here, and just do the same thing for the other side. I'm just going to make some more guidelines. They're just here, so again I'm just going to click here, and then I can move them to be exactly in the right place there. And then for the opposite side, I can just, because my right and left side are going to be the same, I'm going to copy it, and I pasted it already over here on the left hand side. So that's how now I have my speaker with all of the components. I don't need this side anymore, so what I'm actually going to do is delete that one, and I can just select the guides and press delete, and we are ready to start putting measurements on here. So let's do that now.